This is my favorite. This was my motto for my children when I was raising our kids. This is exactly what I would tell them, is that there is no such thing as failure. Failure is just feedback, so keep failing forward. So this is what I want you to understand, is that if you set out to do a 17-hour fast and you do a 13-hour fast, no guilt, no shame, no beating yourself up. There is no such thing as a failed fast. Dr. Mindy here, and on this video, I'm going to show you how to train your mind to succeed at any fast you choose to do. So if you are new to my channel, I just want to say welcome. I am a woman on a mission to get 1 million people fasting this year. So welcome to the mission. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and dive into all the videos I have here for you on fasting. And those of you that always share my videos out, you know what I love about you guys? So many things, but one of the biggest is I love when you put in the comments, I'm one of the million. Thank you so much. I love being on this journey with you. Mindset. It's a big deal when we're fasting. And if we can't get our mind to line up with what we're trying to do with fasting, we will fail. A couple of these things I've been really not only teaching my personal clients that I'm working with, but I've been teaching my academy members. And they're like mind hacks that will make the difference between you being able to do a 13-hour fast and a 36-hour fast. So if you are struggling fasting or you're wanting to go to that deeper fast, I want you to follow these 6 mindset hacks. You may be doing them, but let me just point them out so that we set your mind and your body up to work together for your health benefit. So here we go. Hack number 1, you've got to understand how flipping powerful you are. So I told this to my academy group this morning, and I just want to reiterate. If you listen to practitioners, natural practitioners talk about this a lot, that your body is a true miracle. And when you go back and you look at how you were made, of course, we all know there was an egg and a sperm, those united, and that formed you, and that's a miracle. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, there was one sperm out of a bazillion that went and found that egg and got in, and that's why you're even more of a miracle. But let me take that conversation even deeper for you. Do you know that the wisdom of this egg, it sends a signal out and identifies which sperm is going to be the best to come into the egg? It actually selects the strongest, healthiest sperm and invites it into the egg, all through chemical communication. How flipping cool is that? So to say that you are the chosen one is an understatement. So that wisdom started at the beginning of you. And then that union went from 1 cell to 2 cells, and from 2 cells to 4 cells, and 4 cells to 8 cells, and within weeks you were trillions of cells. And there was this inner wisdom that started and created you and continued for the 9 months you were in the womb. When you came out of the womb, that wisdom did not go away. The problem is the minute you came out, society conditioned you to feel fear, conditioned you to think you were weak, conditioned you to worry. These are not things in the womb that you as a human thought about. So what I am seeing is that people will come to fasting, but they bring the fear. They bring the lack of faith. They don't understand how the body works. So my first number 1 thing to training your mind to succeed at fasting is understand how powerful you are. That you are built in a miracle machine, and when you fast, what you do is you take that intelligence and you magnify it. So that's number 1. Number 2, knowledge is your fuel. You're not eating, so what are you going to fill yourself up with? Well, personally, I like to fill myself up with knowledge. So that might be going and watching more of my videos. That might be getting a book. That might be talking to a friend who's has already been fasting for a while. That might be going to our Resetter Collaborative on Facebook, which is a free community group, and asking questions there where we have close to 50,000 people that are fasting together over there. And if you want to join that, just put Resetter Collaborative in the comments and my team will give you a free link. Get yourself around different knowledge sources. bring that knowledge in so you are so clear. When you are clear what you're doing, a friend can't call you and say, oh my gosh, you want to go to lunch? You say, not today, let's do it another day. I'm fasting longer today. So knowledge will be your fuel. Okay, number 3 is what's reflecting back at you. So here's the deal. Fasting is a mirror. So I know a lot of you guys come to fasting because you want to lose weight or you want to overcome a condition, but it's a mirror. So if you all of a sudden get rashes, if you get constipated, if you get brain fog, the mirror, what's reflecting back at you could be that you need to open up your detox pathways. If you start fasting and you get really tired, what's reflecting back at you is that your mitochondria need some help. If you start going into autophagy and you get a lot of detox symptoms, you get anxiety, you get challenges with mental clarity, you get headaches, what's reflecting back at you is you have a high toxic load. So observe your symptoms. I've done a lot of videos, and I'll continue to do more, that show what different detox symptoms mean and how you now know what you need to work on. I'll give you an example. If you detox and you get constipated, there's 2 things you're going to work on. You're going to work on your gut microbiome, and you're going to work on your toxic load because your body's dumping toxins into the gut and the gut wasn't ready to handle it. So that's how we can use what's reflecting back at you. What happens when you approach the symptoms of fasting that way is that you become curious. You don't become critical. When you are critical of those and you say, oh, fasting doesn't work, or you become judgmental of these symptoms showing up, now you set yourself up to fail. But when we're curious, we can actually identify where we need to put our next efforts for our health. So look at what's reflecting back to you. Okay, next one. Create a toolbox of state changers. So the reason that this is really important is that food is often a state changer. So what happens when you're in the middle of a fasting window and you're like, I'm dizzy, I'm grumpy, I'm hungry, I need the thing that's going to pull me out of this as fast as possible. Well, what a lot of our fasters in our community have identified is that actually, if you go and listen to music, if you dance, if you get out into nature, if you hop into your infrared sauna, if you call a friend and just giggle with a friend, or you put on a funny video on TV, those are state changers too. And a lot of times, moving yourself into joy allows you to elongate your fast. So create a toolbox of them so that and have them pre-programmed, ready to go, so that you know when you hit that sticky moment with fasting that you're going to go after those state changers. Build a support system. Build it now. You can fast on your own. Again, I know that a lot of you guys are isolated and you're doing this on your own. So this is why we have community support in our Resetter Collaborative. So please join us over there in that Facebook group. But surround yourself with cheerleaders, people that want you to succeed. So, and this might be something as simple as telling a best friend, like, hey, I'm going to do a 24-hour fast today. Can you hold me accountable? Or maybe it's a friend who's been watching you fast, and maybe you say, hey, you want to fast with me? Or you grab somebody and ask them to join you on a fast training week. We are, as humans, we are born for connection. And when we connect with each other, we raise oxytocin. When we raise oxytocin, fasting gets a lot easier. Okay, last one. This is my favorite. This was my motto for my children when I was raising our kids. This is exactly what I would tell them, is that there is no such thing as failure. Failure is just feedback, so keep failing forward. So this is what I want you to understand, is that if you set out to do a 17-hour fast and you do a 13-hour fast, no guilt, no shame, no beating yourself up. There is no such thing as a failed fast. Every time you elongate that fasting window is a win for your body. Your body's not thinking, oh, gosh, I really wish you had stimulated autophagy and all you did is stimulate growth hormone. It doesn't think like that. Every opportunity it gets to rest from food is a great moment for your body. So don't beat yourself up. Do the best that you can. And then the next day, see what you want to do. Can you go a little longer? There is great evidence that this motto of try, fail, try again, fail, try, fail, that whole up and down circle with our health, if you stick with it over time, you literally succeed. And there's a lot of research showing that as long as you don't give up, over time, you're going to finally hit your main markers. So fail forward and don't let this tell you that you did something wrong. So there you go. There are my mind hacks. Let me know which one's your favorite one, which one you're using, because some of these I've taught in other videos, but I haven't really put it together all in one phase here. I'm hoping that this video, those of you that are going into some longer fasts, I'm hoping you'll lean into this video, or if you're wanting to go into a longer fast, use these tools to set yourself up. If you have a friend who's in a longer fast, send this video out to them. But you were designed to fast. So if you're struggling, make sure you're applying one, if not all, of these 6 hacks. And in the comments, tell me which hack is your favorite and let me know how it works for you. And if you want more of this mindset training, this is what I do in my Reset Academy. Every Saturday morning, we do a coffee talk, and I pour in health philosophy that allows my group to be able to achieve any health goal they have. So if you want to join my Reset Academy, just put Reset Academy in your comments and my team will send you a link. But as always, do not give up on yourself. You are a miracle, and fasting will show you just how miraculous you were born to be. Hope that helps.